Hey there. I think the last video ended like 5 minutes ago. It did. If you watch my last video, I ended pretty much in the same exact spot. That's for a reason. It's literally been about 5 minutes since the last video. So, I also brought out tonight into the shop 3 pipes. 3 pipes that I really enjoy, and I wanted to share them with you. Are these my 3 ultimate favorite pipes? I don't know. I think if you're like me, that changes with the season and with your moods. I think that's why it's nice to have a variety of pipes. But these are the 3 that I tend to go to the most. And 2 of them have some meaning to them. So let's talk about those. So, first one is nothing fancy about where this came from. It's a TPE pipe. So essentially, it's kind of like a shop pipe. It just came from the Gatlin Burlier in Tennessee. And don't you just love the shape on this? It's got like that cauldron shape or a bell shape. Just a beautiful little pipe. It says on the bottom here that it's handmade. So just a wonderful church warden. And this thing smokes wonderfully. It is a smooth smoker. You can keep this thing lit all the way through, no problem. It's pretty forgiving as far as how you pack it, which I love, because I'm not the best packer in the world. And it holds in the hand just perfectly. You can grip it. You can hold it with your fingers. It's just a wonderful, wonderful pipe. And it's a little, seems like it might be a little bigger, but it's not heavy at all. So you can clench it if you want. But typically I like to, when I'm gonna sit in a chair and really maybe think about some things. Sometimes when I'm reading an article, this is the pipe I like because it's that one that you just kind of do this with, you know? So it's a great thinking pipe. I tend to use this pipe when I'm going to read an article or read scripture and just ponder with it. So that's pipe number 1 I want to share with you from the Gatlin Burlier. Bought that one from David there. Let's move up in class. This one comes from Campbell's Smoke Shop in Lansing, Michigan. This is a Savinelli Bianco. Bianca or Bianco? I think it's Bianca. Bianca. Okay, now interestingly, that means white, but it could also mean pure. There's a really special meaning behind this pipe. So in February, well, just see the nice shape on that. Nice big bowl, beautiful grain. It's got these 2, it's got a silver band with the 2 white stripes around it. Of course, Savinelli. Okay. Just a lovely pipe. So this pipe has special meaning. I got this pipe after the funeral of a beloved priest. And sometime this winter, I'm going to read a poem by him in honor of him. It's a poem that he wrote. And when I got engaged to my wife, so my wife and I have been married for 22 years. And he was a longtime family friend of my wife's family, right up until his death. But I started to meet with him for spiritual direction while we were engaged. And one of the first things he said to me was, so you are preparing to enter into the sacrament of death. Think, what the heck? But it's so true. It's so true. It is a sacrament. It is a life of constant self-giving, of dying to self for the sake of the other. And as the family expands for others, especially for the man, we are to lay our life down for our family. We are to protect the castle. And he taught me that very well. He taught me a couple other things too, which I'll highlight another time, perhaps when I read that poem. But it taught me a lot. So I met with him for direction for about 11 years. And I owe a lot of my growth in faith to his direction over the years. And his direction continues to this day, the stuff that he taught me and guided me in, the principles he taught me and helped me discern through things. And just a beautiful priest. Anyway, he died in February. Funeral was on a Saturday, and that Saturday I decided to go out to Campbell's and find a pipe, hopefully find a pipe that would be in honor of him. And I saw this pipe on the wall, and it looked black, looked like an ebony finish. And it's not black. It kind of looks like it on camera, but it's just a super, super dark brown. And it almost looks like there's some black in it, but I think it's just that dark of brown. My eyes do tend to be slightly colorblind with dark browns to blacks, but I don't believe it officially gets black. And I thought, oh, that's good. And it fits perfectly in my hand. And then the name Bianca, I thought, white? And then as I looked it up, it also means pure. And this priest was certainly a pure priest. He was a holy man, a holy priest. Loved the Lord more than anything in this life. Loved the faith and had a heart for people. And so I thought, okay, that name fits. And then that silver band I loved. And then the two white stripes going around this thing. I don't think it's going to quite focus in there. But I thought that's perfect, white for holiness and purity of baptism and heavenly glory, and then the white for the collar as well of the priest. And I thought this is a very, very fitting pipe. So this is one of my more ceremonial pipes. So I'll smoke this on special occasions, or I smoke it in gratitude as well. If I have a week where I feel like the Lord has just really revealed himself to me in some way. And I don't know if I want to say a breakthrough or something of that nature, but it's certainly a time of consolation. This tends to be the pipe I go to in thanksgiving and gratitude, and always say a prayer for Father when I smoke that pipe. So that's one of my favorite pipes for a very special reason. Lastly, we'll get to one of my other third favorite pipes. I'm having a heck of a time keeping this tobacco lit, but ooh, it's good. If you didn't watch the last video, this is King's Highway from the Country Squire. And if you didn't watch the last video, go watch it. So my third favorite pipe is one I found in an antique shop, and it cost me a whole $12.50. And it's this guy. Look at this nice, simple grain. I think it's got some bird's eye on there, maybe. Oh, a little bird's eye. Nothing too fancy about the grain. Just a basic stem. But look how good a shape this is. I had to clean it up. It had just some residue on it. So it didn't look like it was in good a shape. But it literally just needed to be cleaned up. And look at inside that bowl. And I smoked this thing a lot. And it is just in great shape. I think this pipe is from the 50s. From what I found. Maybe the 60s, but I think the 50s. It is a Vox Pop. What the heck is Vox Pop? I don't know. It's an imported briar. And again, this thing is in, I would say, 99% perfect condition. There's a little teeny chip, like the teeniest of chips right here. There's no teeth marks on the stem. This thing was just in great shape. It even had an old filter in it, which I yanked out of it. But I did a little research on this. The only thing I could find out is it seemed to be a promotional pipe. And so if you bought so much tobacco, you would get this pipe. And it said that the pipe would be worth no less than like $3.75 would be the pipe that you get as a promotional thank you pipe. Dr. Grabo ended up buying Vox Pop in the 60s, and I have no idea what happened to it since. It's just a cheap I call these my workhorse pipes. Like this one, a Medico, and this one, a Vox Pop, and I have another Medico, and then I have a Dr. Grabo. I just call those my workhorse pipes. If I'm out working outside, working in the garage here, I'm going to have one of these in my mouth, because if I haven't, thankfully, but if I happen to drop it or I bite the stem too hard or something, it's just my workhorse pipe. I'm not going to ruin a nice pipe. They're just reliable. This thing smokes exceptionally well. I can keep the bowl lit all the way through. It clinches wonderfully. I mean, I can talk with it. I can work with it in my mouth. It's just absolutely wonderful. So it's got a great draw on it. I think it's nice for us to have our more ceremonial pipes, maybe our more reflective, pondering pipes, and then our workhorse pipes. So I wanted to share one kind of from every category. I'll share more pipes with you later on. These are the 3 I've been going to lately for various reasons, besides this one, which I just wanted a big fat bowl tonight of tobacco. So that's why I'm smoking this one tonight. But what's your favorite go-to pipe? Maybe put your favorite 2 down below. I'd love to hear about that. I'm rambling a little bit tonight. I'm in a pretty good mood, and I'm in a talkative mood, so I might even make another video about something else that's been on my mind. We'll see. Leave those comments below. Like, subscribe if you like this kind of content and want more of it. If there's a topic you want me to discuss, shoot, I'll discuss anything. You might not like what I have to say on it, or you might love what I have to say on it. You might learn something, or maybe I'll learn something if I have to do some research. But if you want me to talk about something, you're interested in my thoughts on a topic, leave those down below in the comments, and I'll see if I can get to it. Until next time, God bless you all. See you later.